Hey everybody, how you doing? Dash and Dave here again. Saw a video this morning from Kim's Tech Randomness. She does videos on all things tech, and she's also a delivery gig driver and puts out Doordash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub videos. And as you can see here, her most recent video is Doordash scheduling changes. While I have not seen it yet, apparently this is going to be the next hot topic on how Doordash is screwing you over. Now, she doesn't take that slant on it. In fact, she says in her video she likes to put out good information, realistic information, and truthful information, which is probably why she's only got about 500 subscribers. You know, a lot of those guys out there in YouTube land that do the delivery gig thing, DoorDash specifically, it's all about how DoorDash is screwing you over. In fact, she mentioned one or two YouTubers that focus on the delivery gig thing, and a couple of them I just absolutely refuse to watch, not even going to call them out. It's just all about fluff and drama and controversy, and, you know, quite frankly, that's how they get thousands of views and make their money on YouTube. So this topic is the Doordash Early Access Scheduling Program, which I gotta plead complete ignorance on. Didn't know it was the thing. I thought it was just what it was. So what is early access? Early access scheduling is a program that allows qualified dashers to access the dasher schedule 6 days in advance, beginning at 3 p.m. each day. For example, if you qualify for early access on Friday at 3 p.m., you should be able to see next Thursday's dasher schedule. How do I qualify? You qualify if you have a customer rating of at least 4.6, a completion rate of at least 95%, and have accepted and completed at least 5 deliveries on the DoorDash platform between 12 a.m. the previous Friday and 11:59 p.m. the previous Thursday, or you qualify if you have a customer rating of at least 4.6, a completion rate of at least 95%, and have accepted and completed at least 500 lifetime deliveries on the DoorDash platform. So once you get past 500, the first bullet point there means nothing about completing at least 5 deliveries. You know, that's to get you into the early access scheduling when you're a newbie and you have less than 500. I've got over 500. I'm well over 4.6, and I have a completion rate usually at least 95%. I try to maintain that because that also puts me on the large order program where I get those catering gigs and those sweetheart $30, $50 jobs. So I'm always at the numbers, at least 4.6, completion rate of at least 95%, and I have currently right now a little over 3,000 DoorDash lifetime deliveries. So what happens if I don't qualify? If you do not qualify for early access the following week, you will be able to access the dasher schedule 5 days in advance, beginning at 12 a.m. every day. So under the early access program at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you can schedule out to the 6th day from your current day. If you do not qualify at midnight that day, you can qualify out to 5 days. So you're going to be about 10 hours later that you can access the schedule for the 5th, 6th day out. Now, if you're a top dasher, then you can go to the far side of the calendar and schedule out as far as you can. That's one of the perks of being a top dasher, which makes no sense because none of the top dashers schedule because they're too damn lazy. They just dash every time they can. You know, and like I've said before, they consider that a big perk, not having to go in there and schedule. But like I've always said, when they dash now, they crash the party. If there's 10 dashers out there in the market and DoorDash thinks that's all they need, and you go in the market as a top dasher, you're the 11th dasher, and you've just watered everything down for everybody, including yourself. Okay, so what's the controversy? Apparently, according to Kim, you know, like I said, this is the first that I've heard of this. There are people out there making claims that in order to access the early access scheduling, you must have at least 60% acceptance rate. In her video, Kim has related that she's been having some slight issues accessing the early access scheduling, even though she meets all the current criteria, which is still up on the website, which is what the screenshots that I showed you here earlier came from. So officially there has been no change. But that's not going to stop the controversy drama queens out there in YouTube land and Reddit land from making the unsubstantiated claim that you must have 60% acceptance rating. Where did they pick that out of their ass? Probably somebody is at 60% acceptance rating and says, I can still schedule out. You know, they're not top dasher because they're not at 70%. And anyway, so, you know, they can still go out. You know, People, it's probably just a glitch. In fact, Kim got a hold of DoorDash support. She said she had to do it several times, but she was talking to one DoorDash support personnel, and they said that they are receiving tons of calls about this issue. And the support person indicated that as far as they know, there has been no changes. It's just a glitch in the app in certain parts of the country. I can report as of this morning, I have no problem going out. I'm still in the early access scheduling. I can go out as far as I normally can on the calendar and reserve my time slots. So the takeaway is if you cannot access the early access scheduling because you're not at 60% acceptance rating, then you're going to be, like I said, about 10 hours behind everybody else. And then when you can finally get to that 6th day out, you don't have the chunks available to schedule like you normally do because everybody else has jumped in there and taken them up. Everything's been reserved. Now think about that for a second. That cannot be reality because there's not that many of us out there that have a 60% acceptance rating or higher. Do you get it? The numbers aren't there. We're all playing the cherry picking game. Very few people are top dasher in any given market. The bulk of us are not top dasher or even close to 60%. I think I'm sitting at about 10% acceptance rating right now. If DoorDash is doing this as a perk to get everybody to take the low, no tip orders, then we'd all be doing that already. Do you follow me? This, as a program that DoorDash were to put out to spur people to take the no tip and the low tip orders in order to schedule out as far as you can on the calendar, you know, the 5 or 6 days, which is still 1 day short from a top dasher. It just doesn't make sense. In order for that schedule to be completely filled, when you get in, quote, 10 hours later, everybody's got to be taking those bad orders. And we're not going to be doing that in order to schedule out 1 extra freaking day. So if this was a DoorDash program, everything would cycle around and we could just go out 5 days instead of 6. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not enough people would join the 60% acceptance rating club to get this extra day's perk that would cause all of the time slots or many of the time slots to be reserved, which prevent you from getting into those time slots. Put on your thinking cap, kids. But then again, like I said, the drama queen controversy guys on YouTube, they don't care. It's just all about views and stirring the pot and getting everybody riled up. So it's just a glitch in the system. As I said, in my market, Central Iowa right now, no issues whatsoever. I have seen some days where I could not get in until, say, 5 or 6 p.m. for some reason or other instead of the 3 p.m. that's listed. You know, I'm not sure why. I've noticed that. And, you know, there's going to be glitches in the app. We know that. DoorDash app is pretty damn glitchy compared to the Grubhub app and the Uber Eats app that I've noticed so far. You know, but like I said, one more time, as a program that DoorDash could put out there in order to spur picking up of the no tip, low tip orders, I just don't see it being viable, and they know that too. And like I said, if they were to implement this as a program, it'd just cycle around. We'd just be able to go out 5 days and not 6. So don't pay attention to all the drama queens. Don't give them the views and let them make money just stirring up the pot and getting people riled up for no reason whatsoever. And make no mistake, some of these people out there, they look for anything and everything that they can puff up to something out of nothing in order to get the YouTube views. And they're really, really good at it. And, you know, so anything that you see, like I've said before, in headlines that are super teasers that just kind of rankle you and pique your interest and you go, really? Can they actually do that? Are they actually doing that? Usually the answer is no. It's just somebody stirring the pot to get views. And with that being said, as I mentioned before, Kim, you know, she's one of the calmer ones, much like in my category, where we're just not putting shit out there to stir shit up and rile everybody up and get controversy started in order for views. So go over there and give her a look, subscribe to her, even if you don't watch any of her videos. Give the girl some subscription views. Thank you very much. Alright guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.